So the Niners lost this week, and it's tough to fathom, but they still have an 81.6% chance to make the playoffs according to Football Outsiders. That website expects the Niners to be the 6th seed. Even though they're the 7th, they expect Washington to fall back and either one of Washington or Philly to be that 7th seed. So the Niners are still in great shape. I mean, they would have to lose probably 3 of their next 5 games to fall out of the playoff. And I don't think we expect them to. I mean, unless this loss in Seattle just broke them, but it shouldn't. I mean, they were down Debo and Warner. It was like they were like the B team.
I'll say this: Kyle Shanahan looked like he got beat up outside the playground after that game. Did you see him?
He looks weary, doesn't he? He's got this look like.
And I appreciate the passion as far as like he looked like he'd been punched in the gut. He looked like he was this close to balling. But you know what? I kind of respect the passion because you know what? It did matter that game. Pride match. That's the number one grudge match for me as a 49ers fan. And I basically never see the 49ers win because they're like, what, 17-30 all time, 17 wins versus 30 losses against the Seahawks historically. I've been watching the Seahawks run over the 49ers since I was little. That's a big, big pride game for the team. It's going to hurt. It does hurt. Jimmy's right in one thing where he said, although I don't think he was very accountable, I don't think it was great leadership, but he's right. We have to move on. He's right. Because if you want to get to the playoffs and make a run, you have to move on. But that's a tough loss. It is. I don't want to underestimate it. But it should not break them either. The Seahawks have always and always will, I'll say it as a Niners fan, always will have their number. Because Absolutely. It's the game they care about. You know, they're like the little Portland in the Northwest. And in San Francisco,
it's as far as I'm concerned, inferiority complex. It's like when Bay Area teams play LA.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it matters because it's how obscurity puts itself on the map historically. Now the Seahawks are not obscure anymore, but I don't think anyone really cared until the Legion of Boom who they were. So
yeah, whenever the Niners play the Seahawks, it's the Seahawks Super Bowl, and the Niners did not approach the game that way. Then I mean, the Seahawks were sloppy, but the Seahawks are bad. Gerald Everett is bad. The Niners played down to a bad team.
Like epic bad.
They're like the Seahawks are super bad. We're going to be super bad today too. We suck.
I would love to see Georgia play them. That's how bad they are. And we lost.
Dave says, hey guys, how are you today? I'm good, Dave. How are you?
Great. How are you?
I just got in here. I will have to rewatch. Thanks again for doing what you do. Kyle, why not develop Trey? Answers? Because Kyle has to get that record above 500. Kyle has to get is thinking about his resume.
In other words, Trey Lance did not save me. I developed Trey Lance. That's what he needs.
Yeah, and it's not about what's best for the team. It's about what's best for my resume. I'm still – hold on. Let's get the – what is Kyle Shanahan real quick? He just lost again. What is his career record? Because it's not good. Let's go out on this on a real downer. Kyle Shanahan's record, 35-41. He's still 6 games under 500. If he loses 9 games this year, he'll have his 4th losing season. And people will use that against him. People like me will use that against him all year. And I think he doesn't want that. I don't think he wants that smoke. Remember how people talk about that smoke? Whether they want it?
If he's smart, he'll burn Jimmy Garoppolo before he burns himself. If on his way out, he should blame it on Jimmy Garoppolo. That's
what he's already setting up. He's been setting it up all year. It's Jimmy's team. It's Jimmy's team. It's Jimmy's team. When they lose in the playoffs or fall short, it's Jimmy's fault. And now we're moving on to Trey Lance.
If he ends up with a team that has a good quarterback, that loyalty, that team culture that Kyle Shanahan brings does look good on the resume. If you drop Peyton Manning in Kyle Shanahan's lap, he just have to be like, play number 1, play number 2. If he gets the guy, he'll look really good.
Yeah, but he didn't want the guy.
I still like
He didn't want the guy. Tom Brady called him up. He was like, hey, man, I really respect your team. I like what you're going over there. I like your run game. I like your defense. Let's do some work. And Kyle's like, oh, it's Brady.
It's the dumbest moment in human history since Hannibal didn't wait for his brother, who had a bigger army, before invading Rome.
There you go.
It's the reason why all of us are here. So
yeah,
it's that.
Yeah, I'm not really trying to go out tonight, Brady. I'm pretty tired. Yeah, I'm not going out, man. Like, I'll hit you up. I don't know.
We went all over that. The ego. That's what it comes down to, the ego. Yeah. But I do like Kyle Shanahan's play calling. I do like his offensive acumen. And you know what? He's going to get a job. He'll get a high-tier job. He's going to get a job.
Oh, if he get fired?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah, that's why you trade him.
He's like the most. He is a top 3 or top 5 respected coach in this league, despite being a loser.
Yeah, so trade him.
I mean, trade him for a first rounder. First off, I think they could get more than just a first rounder for him.
Great. I'll take it. Take the contract, take his Yeezys, take his flat bill hat, take the whole thing. Just give me some first round picks.
I'm still. We will never get him. I still wish we could get Thibodeau. Thibodeau would be a great addition. He just declared for the draft, by the way.
Ooh.
We'll never get him though. We don't have any first rounders. But if we get rid of Kyle, But the thing is, I still think we can win with Kyle. I just, man, we do a lot of boneheaded things. We really
Let's
do.
see if you can do it this week. We gave you the answers to the test. 2 quarterback system. It's in your playbook. Dust it off, Kyle. Make it work, Kyle.
And to be honest with you too, if he wants to show off how good he is, then show us how you use your weapons.
There you go.
Simple as that.
Don't lose with another weapon. Don't lose another game with that weapon on the bench. You just dropped one game that was not necessary. You didn't have to lose that game. You could have won it.
Yes.
He was right there. Sybilla, great show.
Absolutely. Last message is to the 49ers secondary, Tartan Ward. Keep doing what you guys did in the Seahawks game as far as being physical. Love seeing it. Come out here, punish Jamar Chase and those other receivers. Make them regret that they ever caught the ball.
That's right. High praise from Sybilla.